to the very 65th hour of Adventurers Wanted Rebellion. Thank you. My name is Leo. I'm going to be the Game Master this morning. This is a relaxed performance, which means that we have a relaxed attitude to sound and movement from the audience for the benefit of people that would struggle to stay still or silent for an entire hour. The lights are going to stay exactly like this, and there should be no sudden loud noises throughout the show. If you do feel like you need anything, please do contact Naomi. Contact as if it's an email. She's in the corner there. Like grab her. We'll try and help you in the room. But if you feel like you need to duck out for a second, please feel free to leave through the door that you came in and rejoin us when you're feeling a bit more ready. We're also joined this morning by our wonderful BSL interpreter, Isla, for the first hour. Yeah, absolutely. Who continues to astound by signing our improvised fantasy game, which is a wonderful segue onto what on earth is this? What are we doing here? Well, this is a tabletop role-playing game, which means that the four people on the left and right of me control individual unique characters in a fantasy setting. As the Game Master, I control the fantasy setting, so everything else that is in the world, the weather, their allies, their antagonists, and to try and keep things fair, we interact with each other using dice. The most common die you'll hear us talking about is the D20, or 20-sided die, or icosahedron if you're feeling especially nerdy. In general, you'll hear a lot of numbers being thrown around. We try and skate over the maths because it's always the most fun bit. We try and skate over the maths for you, but in general, higher numbers are better and lower numbers are worse. So if you hear anything north of a 20, that's pretty impressive. If you hear someone say that they've got a 1, that is a critical failure, and no matter how easy the thing they were trying to do is, they've muffed it somehow. Yeah. What else? So, the story so far. This is the 65th hour. We're well into Act 3 of our... Yeah, exactly. We're well into Act 3 of our story, so let me try and give you the salient details. Don't
worry, I don't actually know what's going on either, and I'm going to be playing it, so...
Yeah, well, so pay attention, Oz. The characters are members of a rebellion, which for the last 5 years has been enslaved by an imperial cult who made them mine a mysterious ore. They threw off this cult and tried to kick him out of the country, and then found out that the ore had these mysterious time-bending powerful properties, but also it's incredibly explosive. Then the cult came back and basically... they lost a battle, they won a battle, there was a bit of a war going on, and now they have tracked the cult to their home, to their headquarters, and they're going to try and hit them where they live to end the war once and for all. That's where we're at the moment. The very last thing that happened was they were sailing on a ship to get to this island, and they were attacked by an eldritch monstrosity, which sadly dragged Digby, the geography professor cat type person, down to the depths, never to be seen again. Yes, character deaths do happen, but we'll get there. Anyway, just so that that means something, let's meet the characters and their players. So starting on my right here, give us your name, your pronouns, your character's name, and tell us a little bit about them and where they're at the moment.
Hi, my name is Oz, and I'm going to be playing the part of Shelby, a turtle bard. He's sort of an old fellow, you see, and he's basically like a giant turtle man. He's got a big shell, occasionally hides in it when things get tough, that kind of thing. He is a he.
Yeah. He often does some...
He's also a bit of a fortune teller and a tarot reader, and that may come up this hour.
May come up, we'll see. Nemo.
Hello, my name is Nemo. I use they, them pronouns. My character is called Telemachus, and they also use they, them pronouns. They are a rogue elf. Character-wise, if anyone's seen Hamilton, very John Lawrence. So, baby, revolutionary, very happy, very excited to destroy the cult and
Woo!
Just get going.
Woo!
Yeah, they like being active. So, yeah.
Cool. James?
Yes, I'm James, and I'm this hour playing Gregor Bloodgrip, the dwarf barbarian who has recently been taking lessons from the likes of Kez and Barksby and even Shelby over there on how to be more calm in the heat of battle, and as a result he's begun training as a monk. So a lot of that may come up. It's all very numbers based.
A barbarian monk.
Barbarian monk.
Yeah.
Hits harder.
Tell me about it.
More times.
And to be clear,
he is a he, him.
He, him. Fantastic. And Mark.
My name is Mark. I'm playing John Hisborn, he, him. He is a dragonborn druid, and a green one. A dragonborn, think of a dragon standing on its hind legs as a human, and you'll know what he looks like. He absolutely loves animals, but will not be happy if anybody hurts them. He's Peter with claws.
Peter with claws. Lovely. Okay, so, setting the scene. The characters are on a small ship, cutting through the waves towards this island. It is night, but the dark midnight sky has a strange green tinge around the vicinity of the island, and there are clouds rolling over it. There is a great sense of unease as they approach the island, having lost one of their beloved friends to the eldritch monstrosities under the ocean. As they look upon the island, they can see that it's actually the whole surface of it covered in a city. There are turrets and buildings all over the place, and straight out the gate, can I ask you all to roll perception checks for me, please?
I'm assuming I would still be at disadvantage.
Why?
Apparently I'm blind.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Why?
What? Why?
But it might be an unnatural blindness instead of actual.
Yeah, I don't think that was actual blindness. I think you'll be fine.
Stay blind rather.
I'm going to say, this was, so for the confusion in the audience, this happened while another game master was playing, and I was
fix it
not
with
aware.
flavour, if you'd like.
Well, you've got, okay, fix it with flavour for me.
I will be casting Lesser Restoration. Should restore my sight.
Yes, should.
But instead of having the normal green flash and glowing eyes, which would happen with it, this time a little spectral cat.
Oh, dude, don't do this. Not this early in the morning.
He's got monocles and two little patches on his legs.
Is this
Pushing a little ball of twine. As
This
the
is a
twine
reference
hits,
to- so
magic
much right now.
infuses.
So that reaction was because that is a reference to the character who died yesterday. So,
My fellow druid.
and the cat climbs up onto the side of your shoulder and fixes your blindness. And we'll go back to the perception rolls. So
27.
what? 27.
Unnatural 20.
Okay, 20.
Critical success.
Natural 20. Fantastic.
20.
And you've
Very
got
high
modified
numbers.
20. So very high rolls all around. Fantastic. As you watch the approaching city, the turrets seem to almost sway and shift as you do in space. What seemed to be a rounded wall becomes a flat